with Presidential Address by Professor S. Srinath, President APSMS, Chairman Board of Studies, Department of Mathematics, Sri Venkateswara University, Tirupati.
Respected, eminent professors sitting before me, I have great honor and privilege to say a few words. The work which has been done with my teachers, Professor Arunachala Garu, Professor Ramchandra Rao Garu, and my dear students who are responsible for the few slides which I am going to present. In fluid mechanics, when we give a course to the one of the semesters of mathematics or applied mathematics, because in some universities in mathematics it is called MSc course. The subject, one of the subjects is fluid mechanics, and in some universities we are making it as applied mathematics and we are teaching fluid dynamics to them in different semesters. So taking all this into consideration, who are familiar with this applied mathematics, and I believe that the fluid mechanics is one of the important subjects which is catering the needs of many engineering branches and medicine. In this context, I would like to start with the famous problem whenever a teacher of fluid dynamics goes and teaches, he has to teach as soon as he introduces the important Navier-Stokes equations, and one has the privilege to tell this important model, namely the flow through a pipe here. So when we see Carlin Davies or any other book, so it starts with general cross section and then it will be restricted to the circular tube. There we will have the usual Navier-Stokes equations, and which is simplified in a form that is, we take the flow to be axisymmetric and the other things, steady flow, the other usual assumptions to make the students familiar with the concept. After the assumptions, we will have the simplest equation here. This is the simplified form of the momentum equation. There, V1 is the axial velocity and P is the pressure gradient here. And after a simple solving, we will have the solution for the problem, boundary value problem. The velocity is given there, mu is the viscosity, A is the radius of the tube, etc. We can easily calculate the mass flux, which is very important for all the civil engineers, medical people, mechanical engineers, etc. So we will have this result, pi rho pi a power 4 by 8 mu. This is the standard famous Poiseuille law which we teach to the students of MSc. Of course, there are some corrections that to be made when we treat the entry flows or when we take other effects such as inertial effects, etc. So this is the basic result in fluid dynamics. And why I am taking this into consideration is that how this result came into picture. That I would like to say a few words. So Jean Leonard Marie Poiseuille, he is mainly responsible for this result, which is done by him experimentally. So see, many things what we have or we derive theoretically, but this has a significance which is experimentally found. So this is, he was born in Paris in 1797, nationality of French, physicist and also physiologist here. He started his career in École Polytechnique. He wanted to pursue probably engineering, and there was some political problems in École, and then he has to stop the studies in École. That made him to go for the next place for the medicine here. And he changed his course to medicine. But while he was in École Polytechnique, he has the rich opportunity to be with or to have the teaching of the famous Cauchy, Ampere, Hachette, Arago, Petit and Thenard. So these are the famous people which made him to enthuse to take further researches in different areas, and he finally switched over to medicine due to political problems, I told you already, and he followed the Alexis Petit, a famous physicist, and he, in his name there is a famous rule in physics also. And his precision of experiments were praised by so many people, and therefore his experiment results are said to be very, very famous. Further, Poiseuille is responsible for YouTube mercury meter, that is hemodynamo. Actually, he was interested to study the blood flows, microcirculation, circulation of blood in several arteries, arterioles, venules, etc. So that was his idea. Therefore, he made himself, or he constructed the famous tools for his research, and the research, the force of aortic heart in 1828 here, it contains the important YouTube mercury manometer, and he measured pressures in the arteries of horses and dogs. So this is he starting here, and this is further, this mercury manometer is improved by Poiseuille-Ludwig combination there, and even today itself we measure pressure in terms of mercury, Hg here. This is the Poiseuille's invention, which is very well responsible here. He made very, very important 15 articles in various journals published by French Academy of Sciences, and the papers were published in engineering, physics, medicine and biology. And he worked on heart and pulse waves also. So there are several extensions to this Poiseuille laws made by several people. The remarks made by Lamb, Horace Lamb is one of the famous hydrodynamics person, which we know very well, and De Lepore and others also. The units are also given for viscosity, etc. Next. And there are these investigations of Poiseuille were used by the several people for examination of the important blood flows, that is calculation of hematocrit, etc. by Coquelet, and Fahrenheit's Lindquist effect is famous effect. These things are based on the Poiseuille law only. So this is another graph which gives details of vessel diameter versus the pressures, etc. Next. Next. So now next we will go to another important aspect, that is all about the Poiseuille law. I will come to that one a little later. And this is about the food movement in the esophagus. We can see here, this is the animation which tells how the food is transferred in esophagus. So that is an important movement, attracted or being attracted by the medical as well as the mechanical engineers who are trying to explain this phenomenon. In fact, this fact is first examined by mechanical engineers of MIT under the guidance of Professor Shapiro, and they have made some important contributions, how this movement takes place, etc. In the beginning, the starting work came from 1969, that is about 45 years old. This work came into existence, but nowadays you can see a lot of research papers are being published taking this peristaltic movement effect into consideration. Therefore, I would like to, numerical analysis has been done for these works in stomach. What he says is a stomach is a grinder, a mixture, everything. So their mathematical modeling is very, very necessary, because we have to take so many aspects when we want to study how the food is digested in the stomach. So the blood vessels are there, how the blood is transported. So the transport of blood in the blood vessels, etc. And the simplest example what I can say is that we are able to take coffee, we are able to take water, everything, how we are taking. This is only due to this important mechanism of peristalsis. Because everyone knows that is the pumping phenomenon, how it takes place, every engineer tells or everybody knows, from high pressure to low pressure. That is the important aspect what we see. That is, when I take a cool drink, if I put a straw there, if I take the cool drink, if I want to take the cool drink to the mouth, how I will do? I will evacuate there. That is, I will make the pressure lessened. That is high pressure in the bottle, low pressure in the end of that pipe. That is high pressure to low pressure, I am pumping the cool drink. So that is the usual phenomenon when we take bore wells, pumping mechanisms, everything. But here you see, there is opposite mechanism here. I am able to take water, lowest pressure here, highest pressure in the stomach. So that is the greatest God's gift to us. Therefore, we are able to take any food, any cool drink, anything etc. Therefore, the importance of this mechanism is there. Next, how this is taking place? This is taking place whether it is a sine wave, it is a cos wave, nobody knows. But the simplest configuration, the mechanical engineers started, I told you, in MIT, that is with the sinusoidal propagation they assumed, and most hundreds or thousands, I can say, papers are published taking sinusoidal wave into propagation. So the experiments are very, very limited. So the people are doing experiments abroad, and in India, to my knowledge, IIT Kanpur, Anupam Pal is there. He is working with animals. So in our sister university, Mahila University, I had the opportunity to meet him. And I asked him, sir, what is the way you have observed in these animals? Then he said, it's very difficult to say. So many types of waves are there, but you can take sinusoidal wave. So that is the thing. So if anybody will establish mathematically through the experimental results, the wave, how the equation of the wave, how this is propagated, that will be definitely a very, very important result in the field of peristaltic transport. So this is the stomach here, how the peristalsis is responsible here. So there are elasticities. So we know very well. Another elasticity is well-known aspect to all of us. The worms, earthworms, they will move with elasticity. And what I told you is that the peristaltic transport, it is possible with the elastic nature of our physiological systems. That is also necessary, because if a wave has to be propagated, etc., means there is contraction, there is expansion. How this is taking place? Therefore, the elasticity is also important. Therefore, we are trying to incorporate the elastic effects also to the usual contraction and expansion phenomena in mathematical modeling to explain the important things there. So, based on this peristaltic transport, when we go to the internet, we have a lot of pumping sets, that is, using the peristalsis, how to make the fluid move from one place to another. So this is the way, how the wave is generated and the fluid is transported from one place to another. This is one pump, this is another. So this is called a hose, H-O-S-E, hose. Why this is important is, especially in industries, there are very, very, what we can call it as very, very powerful fluids. If we touch it, it burns. Such fluids transportation becomes very, very difficult for them. In such situations also, they will apply like these pumps, sanitary pumps, because they can pump well and they can change the hose. It will not damage the machinery. Otherwise, if they use the usual machinery, the whole system get damaged and a lot of money has to be once again put. So in mechanical engineering, device of pumps also, the peristaltic transport is very, very important here. So I have the opportunity to publish some of our research articles. I told you that is also necessary. That is, the yield stress property is one of the important aspects. Yield stress property means, suppose if I put some paint on the wall, it will not move as it is. If I touch with the brush, some force is applied, then the paint starts moving. So like this, some force is necessary. That is, we call it as the stress force, that is called the yield stress, necessary to make the solid to take different form, that is namely fluid itself. So that yield stress property is well investigated by so many papers. I am presenting only our papers only, that is Herschel-Berkeley fluid is one of the important non-Newtonian models which takes care of several aspects. I will come to that one. This takes care of cow's blood phenomena, that is one physical aspect, and apple juice, so banana puri, such things are modeled, or this model explains better way. And we have the papers using that model in channels also. And I had the opportunity to know the subject what I have learned.
My name is Sridhar Rao from the University of the West Indies. Already Professor Bhatt was introduced about the small university. So just my talk is actually finite element, mathematical theory on finite element analysis and its application. But there is some technical problem, and I rearranged, I prepared again from last 2 hours I spent, and I prepared a new slides and its application, especially on nanofluids. So this is actually, we know that everybody knows that pure mathematics deals with the ideal, the beauty of perfection. The imagine, the unimaginable, and magically such constructions becomes the basis for the applied mathematics to solve the most concrete problem, right? So this is the link between the mathematical theory, link between the pure applied mathematics and pure mathematics. Especially we are using the functional analysis base to analyze the mathematical theory of finite element method. So next, see the next one. Okay, so I think here almost all engineering students, they are very well known on numerical technique, especially on finite element method. But I try to explain the mathematical theory, but there is no space to prepare the such slides. But just I want to introduce the some introduction concepts of the every phenomena in nature, whether biological or geological or mechanical, and it is based on the laws of physics in terms of algebraic and differential or integral equations relating various quantities of So see, for example, to determine the stress distribution in a pressure vessel with oddly shaped holes subjected to mechanical, thermal and aerodynamics loads, and understand the predict the mechanics of the formation of the tornadoes and thunderstorms. So now the mathematical formulation of the physical process, of course we require the background related to the laws of physics and certain mathematical tools. And so mathematical statements, we know that often we are using differential equations relating of quantities of interest in the understanding and of the physical process. Next. So this is a general differential equation. We know that how to solve in different techniques, right? So this is this differential equation we can see in many fields of engineering. So minus d dx a of x du dx plus u minus f of x is equals to 0, and we can explain that equation in different application in the field of axial deformation of a bar. and you can take U, E, longitudinal displacement, A is equals to EA. And field in heat transfer, we can consider that U as a temperature and A is a thermal conductivity, and F of X is heat generation, and etc. So this is actually, we can solve the differential equation analytically and simple technique, right? So the next. So this is method what we are using in general engineering and mathematics students. So analytical and numerical, we know that under analytical we can take exact and approximation. So we know that in exact we can solve the equation separation of variables and Laplace transformations, and so there are different methods, finite difference and variational methods such as and finite element. Among all these methods, of course, there is some other method, finite volume. But among these three, we can say strongly that finite element is numerically powerful technique. So we know that in PG level and undergraduate level, we can solve the differential equations approximately by finite difference method, right? See, this is a simple boundary value problem. This is one-dimensional mesh, and we try to solve this differential equation by using a finite difference, and we discretize the domain and taking ui is equals to u of xi. These are the approximation values. And next, and we are using a central forward, backward, and these are the approximation solution. We can use the truncation error, and we can use the in forward difference, in backward difference, and central difference. In general, we are using the central difference. It is some less error. So this is the approximation of the second order. So we can replace the partial differential equation by the linear system for the nodal values. And next. So after that we can demerits, especially on finite difference, is the above system is approximately satisfied only at discrete points, and it is very difficult to solve the complex boundaries, right? So we need some other techniques like variational methods. Under variation method, the integral statement, actually how do we calculate the CG? We are converted into the integral statement of the original differential equation, and then we are calculating the CGs. So there are different techniques, Rayleigh-Ridge, Galerkin, and different integral form weighted functions or approximation. So there is some result.